Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at if you see this in a strawberry, throw it out and call 911. So here's a trending and very scary thing that's going on all over the world. This started in Australia and was a big news item there, but there's still many people all around the world who don't know about this phenomenon. Before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too. So as I said, this began in Australia. One man named Joshua Gain from Queensland posted on Facebook saying his friend ate a needle in a strawberry. His friend Hoani Van Dorp had eaten a strawberry and found something strange inside. It was a very small, thin metal sewing needle. Now, he was instantly very scared and stopped eating the strawberry. But it was too late, as he already felt something strange in his stomach. It turned out he'd actually swallowed the tip of this sewing needle. Now, luckily after surgery he was okay, but if he'd eaten the strawberry all in one as many people do, he may have passed away. After this, he called the store's manager demanding an explanation. He assumed it was likely an error with their supplier, but after contacting the supplier they found no such error. But then after this post went viral, things went crazy. In a matter of weeks, there were hundreds and hundreds of reports of sewing needles inside strawberries. And it was clear that somehow needles were getting into strawberries all around the country. It's expected that people were walking into stores with sewing needles and poking them into strawberries. And believe it or not, 2 people did actually eat these needles and had to go to the ER. One young boy was even arrested as he was caught putting needles in strawberries. He was caught on surveillance footage and then later admitted it to the police. He will now be dealt with in a youth detention program. The penalty for doing this is 10 years, but the Prime Minister says he plans to increase it to 15. But that's only one boy. There were hundreds of reports of this all around Australia. But it seems strawberries aren't the only thing affected by needles. One needle was even found in a mango in Australia too. And some stores even reported needles in apples and bananas too. Many supermarkets actually had to take strawberries off their shelves as people simply would not buy them. And some stores were also scared that people were going to put needles in their strawberries. The largest supermarket in Australia, named Woolworths, actually said they were removing sewing needles from their stores. This was to prevent people buying them and then putting them in strawberries. But this isn't just a health and safety issue. Instead, it's also an economic and agricultural issue too. Because everyone was so scared about eating strawberries, no one would buy them. And in Australia, strawberries are a $160 million industry. However, seeing as farmers couldn't sell any of their strawberries to any shops, the price dropped dramatically. This means farmers are now actually losing money when making strawberries instead of making a profit. Also, many countries in Asia now won't have any strawberries. In countries like China, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Indonesia, Australia is the main exporter of strawberries. But now these countries are also too scared about needles appearing in their strawberries to buy any. One farmer named Stephanie even posted a video on Facebook showing her destroying strawberries. She literally had thousands and thousands of strawberries she couldn't sell, and because they were simply rotting away, she had to dump them on her farm. This is a really sad sight to see and a massive waste of food too. But now in Australia, things should be changing, seeing as all strawberries will now be scanned by metal detectors. However, this won't stop needles appearing on them later when they're placed in stores. And in response to this, many people posted photos of themselves online eating strawberries. They used the saying "cut them, but don't cut them out." That's because if you cut the strawberries, you'll see if there's a needle in them or not. But they said not to cut them out of your diet, otherwise it will really hurt the Australian economy. Scott Morrison, the Australian Prime Minister, was so angry and serious about this, he called a press conference. In it, he said if you do that sort of thing in this country, we will come after you. He said anyone caught doing this will face 15 years in prison, and he even criminalized hoax claims. He said anyone making up on social media that they found a needle in strawberries will face 10 years in prison. Believe it or not, many people did actually post on Facebook hoax claims of them saying they found needles in strawberries when really they didn't. So all those likes and comments better be worth 10 years of your life spent behind bars. And there are now fears that this strawberry epidemic may spread around the world. So if you're planning on buying strawberries in any store, no matter what country you're in, be sure to cut them before eating them. It may sound unlikely, but you never know if a needle could be in your strawberries. Personally, I'd prefer to check rather than take the risk. And some experts even say you should check for fruits like apples, bananas, and mangoes too, seeing as needles have been found in them as well. But who knows, seeing as you'll now go to jail for 15 years if you do this in Australia, perhaps people will stop. However, other countries are still at risk, so when it comes to strawberries, cut them, but don't cut them out. Vote in the poll in the top right corner to let me know if you're going to be checking your strawberries from now on. Personally, I definitely will be, as that's very scary. If you guys want more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.